Hey guys, it's Shanari here. So I saw a lot of people uploading like the 21st birthdays and their vlogs and this and that, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I'll talk about my 21st birthday. And secretly wishing that it was me. My shit turned into like a shitstorm really quick. So I turned 21 in 2013. I'm a Pisces, so you know, it was in March 8th, and pretty much the day was just horrible. Like the day started off bad. First of all, I was like so excited about my 21st because how many people's 21st birthdays lands on a Saturday? You know, that rarely happens. Maybe like a Wednesday or a Monday, but a Saturday. And then my 16th birthday was like on a Friday and a Saturday. So all those good milestone days were on the weekend where I could really celebrate. I had something to do in Austin. I had just gotten my license, so I didn't feel really comfortable driving all the way to Austin from Houston. It's like a 3-hour drive. It is a 3-hour drive. So I took the Greyhound bus. Number one big mistake. I already know this, okay? I know. So this is what happened. The day started off weird from the beginning. I had to be in Austin because I had just gotten my license. I know I'm like 21 just getting my license. I was 20 technically when I got it, okay? But I had just like started learning how to drive, and I just didn't feel comfortable driving from Austin. Well, driving from Houston to Austin is like a 3-hour ride on the freeway. You're going like 80 miles per hour. Y'all, I just wasn't about that life at the time. So I get to Austin on the bus, Greyhound. Ding! First mistake. I take the bus to the place I needed to go. I ended up, you know, messing up some things, so I missed my bus back to Houston. Then I waited in Austin for a few hours, and I bought another ticket. So when I saw the line, they told me that the bus was too full. And I see a bunch of people in line. There were so many people in line that I didn't think it was possible that this many people were on the bus. For one, I thought it was like 3 or 4 buses that, you know, people were waiting in line for. They had just gotten there early. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, I get in line. Now, y'all, I did not know that what I was doing was getting like in the middle of the line, like at the beginning middle of the line. You see, there was an opening, and the opening was actually meant for people who were trying to get to the restroom. So I didn't even know this. So I get at the end of the line, and this girl turns around and she just starts talking to me. She's like, hey. So now looking at it in like past tense, the person behind me probably thought that I just knew her. But no, actually it was just this friendly girl who was talking to me. Oh my, like I got away with so much shit that day. I had a fake ticket because I just bought the cheapest ticket online, and that ticket was actually for 8 o'clock at night, but this bus was leaving at like 4:45. Actually 4 o'clock, but they were like an hour and a half late, so it wasn't until 5:30 when he got there to the bus because of traffic and all that stuff. So yeah, I get in line, and me and her, we just started talking. I didn't know that. I'm thinking I'm at the end of the line. So the bus finally gets there, and we get on the bus. And everybody behind us is so freaking upset because maybe like 15 people, maybe like 10 people after me got on the bus. And that's only because he had to like make some makeshift seats. He had to move some books around and all that stuff. And he was, you know, so yeah, I pretty much, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I get to Houston around like 8:30. My mom picks me up because I was like, I'm not gonna make it if I take the bus back home. Or did I take the bus? You know, I don't even know. But I took the bus back home, or my mom came and got me. I got ready, and this is where the shit started, okay? Now, the girl that I'm gonna talk to you guys about, let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory on her. I was on the bus. This was like a month or 2 prior. I met this girl. And, you know, I'm just sitting on the bus, and this girl, she's like, Chineri? I think that's what she said. I think she just said a name. But she was like, hey, remember me? We used to work at Ross together. And I was like, yeah. I was like, wait, really? You know, that's what I said. And then she was like, yeah. Remember, you know, we used to work at the clothing part. You were a cashier. So this girl obviously knows me because 3 years or 2 years earlier, I was working as a cashier seasonal at Ross. So I said, yeah, you mean the one on Hillcroft or whatever? She's like, yeah. I did not know who this girl was, y'all. Like, and I'm the type of person, if I know you, I know you. Like, I will recognize that I know you, whether I don't like you or not. I will be like, oh yeah, I remember you, you know, blah, blah, blah. So for me to not know this girl, that means I really did not know her. I'm not like a fake person that's like, oh, I don't know that bitch. I know you. Did not know this girl, and I don't even remember her personality, which is weird because she was crazy. So we start talking, and she's updating me on her life, and we exchanged numbers, and me and that girl, like, no lie, I kid you not, guys, we're hanging out every day. Like, we're calling each other, hanging out every day, you know what I mean? I am like one of those people that's like low on friends, so, you know, especially back then, so I was like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. So then I get my car and we start hanging out even more than we were before. You know, I'm taking her where she needs to go because she doesn't have a car. I'm taking her to work. I'm taking her far out to go do things, do her taxes, all this stuff, you know, I'm taking her to go do. Then she worked at the little sex shop down the street from my house because, you guys, I lived on Richmond and Westheimer. Like, those are two separate streets, but those streets are known for, especially towards like the Galleria area, they're known for their strip clubs and sex and whatever, all that stuff. So I lived down the street from them, and like walking distance to the Galleria, so I would walk to her job, or I would just drive there and go pick her up. And she worked really late into the night, so there was a stripper pole and there was all kinds of toys and stuff, so I would just hang out with her for hours until she got off so that she wasn't bored, because sometimes we would be slow at night. It would be like really slow traffic. So yeah, then I would give her a ride, or the owner would give her a ride. So then she was living with these roommate girls. These two girls were ratchet as hell. I mean, they were like seriously ghetto. And every time we would walk into the house, before we would walk in, she'd be like, fuck, I hate coming home. She did not like these girls. Whenever we would leave the house, she would talk about them. Whenever they weren't home, she would talk about them. And guys, that's a huge piece of advice. If you know somebody that's talking shit about someone and then they're hanging out with them at the same time or the next day, leave those people alone. I have learned my lesson. So anyway, she was talking about how dirty the house was and how these girls had no respect for themselves. All this stuff all the time. Alright? Fast forward. March, my birthday night. She decides that these girls, like, we should hang out with them because they're getting along better. So I was like, okay, you know, that's fine, whatever. It would be weird if it was just me and her at the club, I guess, right? So we all pile into my car and we go to Club Bayou. Before we get to the club, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta go put some gas in my car. They fill it up. Like, they were so nice. I think they put like 30 bucks or something in my car. They almost filled it up, but it was nice of them, right? We get to Club Bayou. I pay for the parking. You know, we go upstairs because the club is really like up there. You gotta walk up a lot of stairs to get up there. And you know, we're having fun, we're partying, we're doing all this stuff. They buy me my first like shot at a club or whatever, you know. It was fun. And we leave the club. And I don't know what, like, I all of a sudden was like, I was drunk. But I could drive though, but okay, maybe I wasn't drunk, I was tipsy. And you know, I could drive, I was fine. But while we were on the freeway going, because they wanted to go to an after hours club, I didn't want to go. And I told them I don't want to go to like a strip club. I've never been to a strip club, guys, but I just didn't want to go. And they're like, no, you know, we're going to go to the strip club. And I was like, no, you know, let's do something else. There's other places. So they started, you know, suggesting some things. All of a sudden, I had to pee. Like, every time I drink, the pee just, boom, hits me like right in my tracks. Like, I will pee on myself if I don't pee within the next like minute or 30 seconds. So I'm drunk, stupid. I'm like, I have to pay, I gotta pay. That's literally how I sounded. So annoying. And so they're like, and I was like, fuck, I got to pee. So I said, okay, I'm pulling over because I gotta pee. I said that and all hell broke loose. Like, one of the girls was like, wow, really? You know, you're gonna pull over just to pee? Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, bitch, you know, I had to pee and I was kind of like drunk, so I was like not even listening to her. So I was like, I have to pee so bad, I have to pull over. And so the girl who was supposed to be my friend, she's like, you have an attitude problem. Something is wrong with you. Like, why do you have to, you know, pee right now? We're having fun, blah, blah, blah. And she's like yelling at me, screaming at me and all that. And I was like, bitch, I said, I don't give a, so I was not listening to them. I just literally said, I don't give a fuck what y'all have to say. I gotta pee. I pull over and they get out the car and I said, okay, bye, you know, and I drive up and I'm like, fuck, I gotta do it right now. I get out the car on Hillcroft and pee. And it sounded like there were gallons of water just crashing down like a waterfall. I did it for so long. I was just like, just peeing pee and squat. You know, I know, trashy, right? But it's just one of those nights. Things happen. One of the girls in the back seat, one of the sisters, she's like, you know, I really want to go get my sisters. Can we please just go get her, please? And I was just like, whatever, I don't even care. You know, usually I'm the type of person, I probably would have just like beat up the girl or something, you know, but I just was not in the mood that night. I went and I picked her up. I shouldn't have even did that. And they get in the car. You know, they acting all mad in the backseat. I'm like, bitch, I don't know why you acting mad with me. So I dropped them off, you know, around the corner because that's where they lived. And I, you know, dropped them off very nicely. And I drove off and I never heard from that girl again. Like, this always happens to me. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I mean, I know I'm not that great at picking friends and stuff, but really, these situations are the weirdest things ever. These aren't even validated. You got mad at me because I had to pee. And then you didn't even like the girls who we were with. So you just jumped on their bandwagon because she said I had an attitude problem. Now, all of a sudden I have an attitude problem because I have to pee and I need to go. Like, I know I was loud and annoying, but still, people, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna, insert some pretty accurate pictures because these girls, number one, I was personally offended because they came in there wearing like cowboy boots and their stomachs were like hanging out like their gut, and you know I'm all for like loving your body and stuff like that, but back then I just wanted to walk in the club without no judgment and look very cute, and these girls, it just was not cute. It was a bad situation. So this is what they kind of look like kind of like this. Pretty accurate, pretty close, you know what I mean? It looked like we were going through a hoedown. So yeah, guys, that was my 21st birthday experience. I hope you guys have way better ones than I did. Please try to plan it out. Go with the right people. And you know what? If you can't find the right people to go with, go by your damn self. Like, do something for yourself. Or just don't put so much pressure on your 21st birthday. Maybe it could be a whole birthday week of good events, something. But just, you know, try to remember it in a good way. Anyway, I don't regret anything. I just wish that, well, I know what I should have done earlier in that day. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.